te ti, e te tā, e te rau, e te rau, nau mai, piki mai, kake mai, ki runga I tēnei hotaka o tātou, e ki ana, ko te Ata Hihiko. That's right, I'm your host, Taiaroa Neho. On this live broadcast, we have a special guest coming up on today's show, because on today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Ngā Huihuinga o ngā Tātarakihi Festival. What a fantastic kaupapa that we all should be backing at the same time. Now, I believe that Tātarakihi is actually the te matatini, but for primary schools. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And Tātarakihi is our regional competition for our primary schools within Aotearoa to go to Te Mana Kuratahi, which is the nationals. Now, I've got a special guest on today's show. She is coming on. She is one of the lead committee members, very much involved in all the planning from the get-go. We're going to find out who, what, where, how you can get involved with that. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to our show this morning, Te Ata Hihiko, our beautiful wahine toa, Simon Rangimokai. E te iwi, kia ora rā.
Kia ora, tēnā koe, tēnā koutou. Taku waimari e te noho mai I tēnei tūranga, ko Simon Rangimokai Knuckey ahau. I was one of, probably one of the first kaihaka at Tātarakihi 20 plus years ago. So, taku waimari e te noho hei kaimahi tēnei wā I taku pakeke. So Tātarakihi is in 1 week, so we've got 1 whole week left, and then we're out at Waitara War Memorial Hall this year. Our pōwhiri will start at 8 o'clock in the morning. This is where all of our taonga from 2 years ago will come back to Tātarakihi Festival and sit with us for the day, and then we've got some kaihaka who are going to be competing for it. So this year we've got 5 rōpū that are competing. Te Pihipihinga have 2 rōpū in for competition this year. Te uru o te rā o te uru down in South Taranaki, they're coming back again this year. Waitara East and Manukorihi. So with those 5 rōpū, we can send away 2 rōpū that'll go to the nationals next year in November. All up, we've got 24 rōpū compete in our festival this year. So other than those 5, the other rōpū are all ngāhau, and they've come from all over Taranaki, down at Turuturu, Tawhiti, Kura, all the way up to Urenui School this year. So we're really lucky that we've got so many kura that want to contribute to our kaupapa and stayed doing that since it started in Waitara however many years ago. It's the first time we've been back in Waitara for a very long time, so I take my hat off to the committee, who are built up of Aronui Tomua members, which is a rōpū of kaiako, who just come and, just like me, volunteer their time to get our festival ready, and on the day they will be your kaimahi that you see posted right around the venue. Whae Tiri Bailey Noel at Waitara Rāwhiti, our resource Māori teacher at Waitara East School station there, she's one of our kaimahi. Whae Jane, who's also at Waitara East School. Whae Wendy at Manukorihi. Auntie Linda, who's back at Waitara East School. Sally, who's in at the ministry, and this year we've got Pairo McLeod, who's some more young blood for us to help us out. So we're really, I suppose we're really lucky that we've got these people who just keep coming back to every hui to sort it out. We're working with Te Korimako, you guys, we're working with TSH for the staging. We've got Te Awa Church that are coming in to help and letting us borrow their whare for the day as well. We've got some volunteers. Waitara High School this year, Te Pihipihinga Wharekura. We've got some people from the ministry coming in to roll their sleeves up for the day and help usher people through the hall. Some RTLB members that have come through. to just have some kaimahi out the front and out the back as well. Who I don't really want to miss anybody, but we've got lots of people who are volunteering, and if there are any people out there that want to come and volunteer, please just drop Tātarakihi a message on Facebook. We've got our own Tātarakihi Facebook page, and just drop us a message. Along with our festival, we have stalls for the day, and we've got people coming from out at the coast, all the way around. We've got Fern's Kaiwaka that's going to be there, so I know where I'm going for my lunch this next week. And everyone is just fundraising, so there are no commercial kai wagons there, so please bring your putia and give it over to our kohanga reo, to our kura, to our tamariki.
Massive.
Yeah.
What a kaupapa. I mean, already you've covered off basically all the questions I was going to ask Te Iwi. She should probably get a job with Te Kurimaku herself, but Sai, if I could call you that, Sai, what a fantastic kaupapa this is. I mean, 20 years, like you said, you were one of the first ever kaihaka at Tātarakihi, and, you know, this is a real message for our tamariki who are attending Tātarakihi right now, is that mahi continues throughout your lifetime. Tātarakihi is a building bridge right from the get-go for people like yourselves who have grown up and then obviously taken on these real big commitments and making sure that the festival itself survives into the future. So what we'll do, Ete Iwi, is we'll make sure to post up a link to the Tātarakihi Facebook page, to our Facebook pages as well, just so that you can click there. If you're wanting to volunteer, as Sai's mentioned, then definitely do. I mean, it sounds already like you've got your own army ready to go, girl.
I think so. I really appreciate everyone that turns up, and these are the same people that turn up every single year just to say, yeah, what can I do? It's amazing.
Absolutely, and we rely on our volunteers with many different kaupapa Māori, and Māori in general are just the type of person to just roll up the sleeves and get it done. In the previous 2 years, I know with COVID and everything like that, I hate talking about this sort of stuff, but it's worth a mention because it really shows the commitment, again, that level of commitment that committee members like yourself, have hope. One, two is we believe that this festival is going to continue and COVID's going to be on our side. So can you just talk about, what sort of hold-ups there were in the previous years, with COVID around, and how you managed to get around that?
Yeah, and so, last year we weren't able to hold our festival. We fought to the bitter end, and we made sure we got absolutely everything ready. We had teams that were registering, we had volunteers, we had a venue booked, and we were pretty much ready to go, and we're just waiting to hear the news. And unfortunately, we couldn't have it. We couldn't hold it last year. I think the benefit was that Te Mana Kuratahi, our national body, they were able to give us a bit of a relax for the year and said they were going to hold off on their nationals, which meant all of the regions around Aotearoa were able to have a little breath for the year, and there was no pressure on us to make sure that we had our qualifying teams going through and things like that. So it was really great for us to just go, you know what, everyone should stay at home, and we would like to push that message too, that we were looking after each other and not saying you need to come and all jump into this hall together and cram in here. So we kind of went, you know what, this was a great opportunity to say we were ready and prepared, and we would do that if that's what it came down to, but really appreciated a little break.
I mean, I can appreciate that, yeah, absolutely. And there are ongoing costs. I mean, like things like the stage, and it's happened with our matatini teams, it's happened with our secondary kura as well, navigating through those COVID processes and different things where it's really been a pain in the neck, if I'm being quite honest. But, again, we've got people like yourselves, the committee of Tātarakihi, who have come together and made sure that, no, when we can go, we're going to go, and we're going to do it well. So by the sounds of things, I mean, with the different stalls and everything like that, I really love and enjoy hearing the kaupapa that They are fundraising stalls, so no commercializing our Māori events like this, which is really important for those ones who are trying to raise money for certain things. So that's absolutely fantastic. Where exactly in Waitara will the competition be held?
Yeah, so we're at the Waitara War Memorial Hall. So when you go downtown, you'll see the hall, and it'll definitely have the event signs up, and there'll be cars everywhere. So just if you are coming, come down Craycroft Streetway and park on the little paddock at the back, and then just walking over to the hall, which is on that Broadway little strip. And along that strip is where we will have our stalls set up. And it's $5 at the door for all of our adults. If you've got a gold card, it's $3 for our kaumātua. Under fives are free. And I think we've got lots and lots of pre-orders of our tickets that closed a couple of weeks ago. So as long as you've got your band on, when you walk in through the door, and let our Māori wardens know that, yep, I'm ready to go in. We do close the doors whenever there's a performance on. If you feel like you really need to go in, we will let you go and talk to our Māori wardens there. If your baby's up on the stage, we don't want anyone to miss out, because we know what it's like. You know, you've come all the way from your mahi and taken off some time to get there to watch your babies on the stage. We really want to accommodate everyone that's doing that. But we do also want to make sure that those doors stay closed so that our babies get their time. It's their time to shine, close it all off and let them have their time.
Kia ora. I can definitely appreciate that. I don't know how many times I've been locked outside the doors because you're outside too busy yakking when you should be in, paying attention to the times, of the ropu. Is there a draw, and where can people find that draw?
Yeah, so that's up on our Facebook page, the run sheet's there, and it starts with the pōwhiri and it ends with our prize giving at the end of the day. So we're hoping that prize giving is going to be around 3:30. That's the earliest we've ever closed on a day, but really happy that our kaimahi will have a quick tidy up and then can rest for the night. So I think that's going to be a big one. We haven't had a prize giving or Tātarakihi, so I know that everyone gets excited when it's time to chuck in the draw and who's coming where, and having 5 groups that are going for the 2 spots to qualify. I think it's
Are they in the front, or are they at the beginning of the competition, spread out through the competition, or are those 5 ropu competing in the Wakataito section, are they closer to the end?
So they are spread out over our day, just to let our judges have a little bit of a whakatā and time to reflect, they can have a bit of kai, and our scrutineers get a little bit of time in between each group to analyse all of that data that's coming in. Excellent.
So for anybody who's tuning in to this right now, to this great interview, I must say, as we here at Korimaka will be live streaming the event, both on air, we will be uninterrupted. You'll probably even cross over to the stage as well as on our Facebook page. So take a look at the Korimaka Facebook page. On there as well, we will put the link, which you can see down the bottom here, the Facebook page for the Tātarakihi Festival as well, just to see that lineup, to find out any other details that you might need to know about. We've got 24 teams, ladies and gentlemen. This is from Pātea in the South, I believe. Pātea in the South, and all the way up to Urenui for the first time.
Yeah, I think Urenui did register with us last time, but we didn't get to have. So I'm not sure Aroha mai Urenui. I'm not sure if I remember that they actually made it that time because of COVID, and whether that was their first time registering or not.
Paitena. So there's going to be probably over 800 students that you're going to be having to deal with. So I'll take my hat off to all the organisers, all the volunteers. Thank you to everybody who's put your hand up for such an auspicious occasion. I mean, a couple of years running now, we've had a few interruptions, so it's really great to see that Ngā Huihuinga or Ngā Tātarakihi Festival up and running this year. So once again, we'll just finish off unless before we do that, I want you to just please talk to us a little about, been not just a kapahaka festival, but rather a cultural festival.
Yeah, that's right. So we definitely like to let everybody know that we're a cultural event. So we welcome any cultures into our festival. We had a hula group last year that actually registered with us, and we were really thrilled to see that there was this was actually expanding our walls a little bit. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go, and they weren't able to join us again this year. But we were so close to, expanding that out. And we have had some performances in the past, but this is quite a few years ago now. Kapahaka has become our main flavour. But again, if there are other cultural performers out there, we encourage everybody to get in and give it a go.
It's wonderful. I understand you had Devon Intermediate. They were going to do a Cook Island Ropu as well. So, I mean, there you go. It's iwi Tātarakihi. We are multicultural. So where are we going to go, guys? Guys and girls, I should say. Waitara Memorial Hall on what date?
The 28th of October, which is 1 week from today.
Countdown starts. It's iwi 7 days from today. You need to get yourself and your whānau up to Waitara. Don't forget, go up Craycroft Road. Park in the paddock, walk around, the Māori Wardens will be there. Everybody's going to be prepared for you to arrive. Don't forget, the doors are going to be closing before each one of these performances. Now, you can grieve and beg all you like, but some of our nannies say, I don't care. You missed it. You should have been here early. So make sure that you arrive on time. I also want to encourage and take this time to encourage everybody that have tamariki attending or performing in the Tātarakihi Festival to attend the portwiri. This is a very important process. I know Rangimokai is for this as well, is for you to take your tamariki to experience that process of the portwiri. It's probably something that they'll always remember, and then again that gives them a bit of wakapiki i o rātou nei wairua. I te waka eke rātou ki runga i te papa waka tū waiwai. So get your tamariki and yourselves to the portwiri. Enjoy that day. Spend your money. Take cash. Would you prefer?
We do have FPOS available for the ticket sales. I can't speak for all of the stalls, but they will be outside without any power. So I reckon that the putia is probably the safest bet.
Cash is king. There it is, whānau. Plenty of stalls there. Ferns, Waitara High School volunteering, and all the other volunteers. Take my hat off to you all. The Nationals this year to end. Where will our tamariki be going? The successful tūropu that go through.
So our national body has reached out and let us know that it is in Nelson next year, 2023. And they usually have it on that first week of November. So I haven't got the dates on me yet, but if you always book in that first week of November, and it's in Nelson.
Ka pai. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So if you've got tamariki in the wakataitai section and the competitive section, make sure that you tell them to go as hard as you can so that you can take your whānau down to Nelson next year for a little harare and maybe even have a shot at the #1 title for our matatini, but for the primary schools, e te iwi. Nō reira, e te tuahine ngāme I nunui ki a koe mo tō wā poto nei. Is there anything that you'd like to say before we wrap it all up for today?
Ka tika me mihi atu ki koutou. Te korimaku, you guys have always supported us, whether it was audio back in te ao kōhatu days, right up to video, and we just give you guys a date, and every year it's just ai kei te pai. So really big mihi to every one of you guys and all of the mahi that you guys do.
Kia ora. There it is, whānau. So Waitara Memorial Hall on the 28th of October, $5 per adult, $3 for kaumātua. Make sure you bring your gold cards, e te iwi, and free for under fives. We've got 24 rōpū taking the stage. Get out there and tautoko all of our volunteers, all of the people who are fundraising throughout the day as well. Don't forget, cash is king on the day, as well as you can use FPOS to get in. If you need to wear your mask, do so. Don't be afraid to wear your mask, kei te paitera. If you're sick, we advise you to stay home. Good luck to all the teams competing ki ngā Tātarakihi katoa. Huri noa I tō tātou nei maunga. Tēnā rā koutou katoa. Thank you.